4th of June. We're here at North Berks Club's first meeting of the year, and surprisingly it's this late in the year. Normally the Berks Bonanza is one of the first nationals that we see, but this year, due to yet another change of venue, which is something that the North Berks seem to be doing all the time, they're finding these terrific venues, and I think we are in, from what I've seen in practice this morning, for a terrific race meeting. Most of the boys have been out for practice, and I must admit that they are flying. We won't be seeing winners today that have won here previously. Simon Wigg, who won here last year, is actually riding abroad at the moment. In the sidecars, of course, it was a victory for Roger Measor last year. Ironically, Roger today is clerk of the course. Now that's going to be an interesting thing in itself. But looking down the list of last year's winners, in the sidecar class particularly, we haven't got first Roger Measor, we haven't got second, and we haven't even got third place. Now Russel Ing has retired, we know, and I know I've said this on many videos already, but it's been an interesting thing that Russell has retired, and it's left quite a big gap. Now going very quickly in practice this morning was Gary Jackson, who's had a terrific start to the season. I wonder, is it going to be a Berks Bonanza victory for him? We wait and see. Dave Steer, the man who hugs the flags, looks absolutely excellent in practice. It could be him that takes it today. I don't know, but one thing I think we are guaranteed of, it's a terrific Berks Bonanza, yet again, at a different venue, as I say. A first track that they've tried it, or first time I should say they've tried it, and indeed, we wonder how it's going to turn out. But what I do know is we're in for some terrific racing, and that I'm looking forward to. Well, I mentioned that, as again with North Berks, it is a very different track, another venue, and nice to say that we've got another venue, and they've done well to find it. But obviously from a rider's point of view, Paul Hurry, I think there's going to be a lot of people out there cheering for you today, and possibly think you can get the Berks Bonanza title. Your views on the track?
Yeah, at the moment it's very good. I think they've had quite a bit of rain this week, so like at the moment it has been quite hard to prepare it, but so far it has been a good job. So
that confident little shrug, I think that we could be seeing Paul Hurry perhaps going well today.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I enjoyed it in practice, so I can't see why not, and give it a good go.
And I think that somebody was telling me a moment ago you might have other commitments this weekend as well.
Yeah, I've got a grass track in Holland tomorrow, so I've got to shoot straight off after this one and catch the R+10 boat, and then have another good bash tomorrow.
Another good bash. So obviously I think that what we're going to be doing is sitting back to see how well it does go today. Paul, the very best of luck, and I hope it is the Berks Bonanza title for you this year.
Okay.
A bit further around the pits, and I think I managed to find another one of the riders that I'm sure a lot of the public will be thinking could get the Berks Bonanza title. First thing I've got to ask you, Glen Cunningham, is really how many meetings you had this year?
Not too many. I rode at the Man of Kent not too long ago, and I've done one in Germany, but that's about it really, so I'm a bit rusty, but hoping it'll go well today.
Well, hoping it goes well, and of course we've been looking really anxiously at practice, because obviously this is another venue, nobody's got any experience of it being a new track, but how did you find it?
It's good. It's apparently it was a showground. It seems really hard packed, possibly like a bit slick, but with the chairs it's going to cut up, and hopefully I'll get a bit grippier.
Now you prefer that extra grip, don't you? I know we're used to seeing you out a little bit wide, but do you think that'll be an advantage for you?
Well, if it's grippy, yeah. I mean, I'm not the best skater in the world, so on a slick track it's difficult to pass, so I like a bit of grip, you know.
Well, I think obviously we can say the very best of luck, Glenn, and I know that Man of Kent a few weeks ago, you were certainly one of those that was trying exceptionally hard and almost getting the results.
Yeah, that's right. It seems to be the story at the moment.
Try enough. You never know, today might be the change, and perhaps we'll see you up on the rostrum later on.
Yeah, cheers then.
Well, we're desperately trying to pick out those that we think might do well this afternoon, and I think managed to get hold of Nevill Tatum, and of course what I'm thinking to myself is, Nevill, a little whisper said to me during the week that you might not have been here today.
Oh yeah, I mean it's one of those things that happens with I think there's 3-4 big events going on throughout sort of Europe this weekend, and obviously there's sort of opportunities to be that came my way, but I'm here today and pleased to be here.
Well, that's excellent to hear, and of course you've been out for practice, had a look at the track. I keep saying, and I think probably the public are going to be a bit bored with me saying that this is a new venue. First time the North Berks have tried it, but your opinion on the track?
I think the track is super. I think there's a lot of problems with venues in this country at the moment, and I think North Berks have had their troubles. But I think that this venue is. I've been out in practice this morning, and the track's riding super.
Well, that's good to hear. And of course, Nevill, I think what I ought to say to you is I hope we're going to be talking to you later in the day. The very best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll change over to the other class, and I think, as I said in the introduction, one of the interesting things this year is going to be that our past winners are not actually here. The 1, 2, 3 of last year are not in the lineup, but certainly I think the man of the moment, I think is the right expression. Gary, you've been having some tremendous victories already this year. What do you think of that track out there this morning?
Yeah, it's pretty good. A bit slicker than I thought it was going to be, but ride's good. Should be good racing.
And I think what I've really got to try and push you for is what is so different about this engine. The crowd are really sort of saying to me, it sounds peculiar, but it's so quick.
Yeah, it does sound different, doesn't it? Yeah.
He's not going to say any more than that, is he? Now, I tried very hard for you there to find out what was different about this engine. What we do know, as I've just mentioned, it's very, very quick. But the partnership of you and Kevin working very well so far this year?
Yeah, well, we're working well as a team, and the bike's going well, and it's handling well, and you've got to have all those elements together to go well. And yeah, it's just all come together for us, so it's great. Yeah, very pleased.
Well, I think if I will try and push you just one more point, where do you think the competition may come from today?
Well, it's on this type of track, it's so open. I mean, everybody's a threat really. The machinery's good now. I wouldn't like to pick anyone out really, because all of them are good threats nowadays, so all of them.
Well, I'd back that 100%, Gary, because I think the class is in a particularly good shape at the moment, and I'm looking forward to a good day's racing. The very best of luck.
Thank you very much.
I said a moment ago that the class is very even at the moment, and even though I tried to push Gary Jackson into saying who his competition was coming from today, I think he was truthful in saying that the class is very, very even. But I suppose I've got to say that one of the up-and-coming stars of the future that the crowd are really cheering for at the moment is Mark Edwards. Mark, things I was going to say were going well, but of course you've been struggling with a few mechanical problems.
Yeah, I have. Beginning of the year, first 3 meetings, I had electrical trouble. Last week I bent a swinging arm, so hopefully, keep fingers crossed, so luck will change.
Well, I'm sure luck will change, because obviously you have proved now with you and your passenger Nick, you've got the ability to do things, so maybe today is going to be the turning point.
I hope so, yeah. I'm really happy with the way I've been riding. You know, as I say, it's just teething problems. Hopefully we'll get them sorted.
And looking at the track, you've been out for practice a couple of times, I noticed. Your thoughts on it?
It's nice, yeah. You know, it's not digging out at all. Hopefully it's going to get a little bit grippier and sort things out.
Well, Mark, we wish you the best of luck, and obviously we hope that those gremlins do keep away today.
Yeah, I hope so too. Cheers.
So as I mentioned, Andy BOUGARD, Mark Chessel, Dean Garton, Bill Ashcroft, Nevill Tatum, Simon Gittings and David Perry. That's the field we're looking to see. And Nevill Tatum there, having a little bit of a practice start. Here we go then, the solo's getting away. Dean Garton making a terrific start across the far side. Simon Gittings up there as well, but look at Nevill Tatum. Nevill Tatum is then moving his way around the outside and heading for the lead. So as they come towards us, it's Dean Garton just ahead of Nevill Tatum. Simon Gittings. Dean Garton hiding back, Garton has the inside line. Dean Garton then gains a few lengths as they go down the back straight. So it's Nevill Tatum now in second spot, the leader, and in front, number 16. Dean Garton with a length or two's advantage at the moment. Still Andy BOUGARD up there in third place. Mark Chessel, he had that dreadful misfire if you recall in practice. That's okay now, and clearly he's not happy with the engine. Nevill Tatum there, the man in second place, looking for the lead, but a length or two in front of him. It's number 16 from Cornwall, Dean Garden, right out in front. On the far side then, it remains Dean Garden. I'm sure a slightly extended lead over Nevill Tatum in that second spot. Checkered flag goes out. Victory then for Dean Garden. Nevill Tatum in second. Third place goes out to BOUGARD. David Perry in fourth. Fifth place, Simon Gittings. Sixth place, the last one. In third place, number 16, Dean Garden. In second place, number 150, Nevill Tatum. In third place, number 2, Anthony BOUGARD. In fourth place, number 419, David Perry. In fifth place, number 179, Simon Gittings. In sixth place, number 83, Phil Ashcroft. And in seventh place, number 6, Mark Chessel. And the winner's time was 1 minute 20.59. 1 minute 20.59. Let's run through those numbers again. 16, 150, 2, 419, 179, 83, and 6. Race 2 coming up. Jefferies, Paul Hurry, Jason Newitt, Jim Collins, and Vince Kinchin. Gets underway on the far side. Paul Hurry making a terrific start. Gary Lobb is in second place. So Gary Lobb then another Cornishman tucked in behind the Arena Essex Speedway man. That was Jim Collins who's down. Paul Hurry, meanwhile, speeds on his way. It's Paul Hurry, and in front still Gary Lobb in second place. We have a red flag. A red flag to make the ball line.
I couldn't believe that.
So here we go then, race 2.
What day off, not yet?
It's like Gary Lobb being, one or two of them being lined up on the start line. Gary in trouble at the back there, looking down at the engine. There's one or two of them pulled back now from the start line.
Imagine, yeah.
Of course, we won't see Mark, who's still in hospital and will be for a little while, well on the mend, but he's going to be unable to ride for quite a while. Race 2 then gets underway. Paul Fry making another good start, and it's still Gary Lobb who goes with him, just as they were in the first running of race 2. Paul Hurry, sorry, don't say Paul Fry, gracious me. Paul Hurry, of course, out in front. Gary Lobb in second, Chris Tritton in third. No, Paul Hurry. That's Paul Fry and his long track running this weekend. But it's Paul Hurry, the Arena Essex Speedway man, the 1994 British Under-21 Speedway champion, the top qualifier from the British round into the World Championship. Graham here, looking after all his interests. So Paul Hurry then, beautiful, stylish riding. Gary Lobb in that second spot. Chris Tritton. 112, Jason Stewart goes by, so it's Tony Stark, who's down. So the Hereford rider went down on the bottom bend, stays on the inside as number 86, Paul Hurry, goes into the last, and goes past the checkered flag, in fact, to win race 2. In first place, number 86, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 7, Gary Lobb. In third place, number 3, Chris Tritton. In fourth place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. In fifth place, number 41, John Jefferies. In sixth place, number 112, Jason NEWITT. And in seventh place, number 18, Tony Stark. The winner's time was 1 minute 19.09. 1 minute 19.09. Those numbers again, from the top, read 86, 7, 3, 844, 41, 112, and 18. So, race 3 coming up with 2 non-starters, Tommy Palmer and Paul Fry. The replacements, number 36, Michael Topless, and number 89, Stuart Woodall. This is race 3. Here we go then, race 3 gets underway, move across to the far side. Looks like Glen Cunningham making a good start, but with him I think Tony Atkin. The 2 speedway men hard at it here, with Swindon just ahead of Bradford at the moment. So it's Glen Cunningham out in front. Tony Atkin in second place. Another faller on the far side. But meanwhile, it's Glen Cunningham pulling away from Tony Atkin now. Tony with me. We have a red flag, I believe. Once again to enable the fallen competitor to be attended to. Well, fallen machinery being taken away. Here we go then, the rerun of race 3. And we have somebody down in the centre there. Well, we're not going to get held up this time. It's Glen Cunningham and Tony Atkin hard at it. Tony Atkin with the advantage. Another red flag again, I think, probably to get the machinery off of the circuit. Going to see that. Well, it's less confusing this way, isn't it? Up goes the gate. Got a nice clean start with regards to the far side. Glen Cunningham out in front. Tony Atkin right there with him. They're side by side, but it's the Swindon Speedway man in front of the man who rides for Bradford at the moment. So Glen Cunningham then with the advantage for the wider line. Tony Atkin with the tighter line, but he's in second place. The only runners we have now following Black Tumble. So, Cunningham in trouble. Glen Cunningham in trouble. Tony Atkin looks anxiously over his shoulder to see where he is, but it's Tony Atkin then out in front. Glen with a silent exit comes towards as well. Let's hope he can make up the points in his later outings. And the antic with the GM motor is very, very quiet indeed. Meanwhile then, it's the new track with Tony Atkin on it, which flies on its way. And the back was on for second place. Second spot. And third, then separating fourth. On the sad side of Glen Cunningham pushing back to the paddock. Let's hope he can get that machinery sorted. Checkered flags out. The winner is going to be Tony Atkin. Second place goes to Stuart Woodall, third place to Andy Parker, fourth place to James Jefferies. In first place, number 10, Tony Atkin. In second place, number 89, Stuart Woodall. In third place, number 230, Andy Parker. And in fourth place, place, number 169, James Cutlery. And the winner's time, 1 minute 21.15. 1 minute 21.15. Those numbers again read 10, 89, 230, and 169. So then, race 4. No Christopher March, John Priest, Colin Earl, Steve Bishop, John Underwood, Richard Emson, Mark Taylor, Mark Collins.
Where am I? What the hell am I?
Colin Earl having the best of starts to his season. Somehow things haven't gone quite right for him, but maybe today's the day when it starts to all come together again. Remember, he was in that 10th place in the Masters last year. And the best of luck in Europe. Here we go then. So it looks like Steve Bishop up at the head of things. It is indeed. It's Steve Bishop who's in front. John Underwood on his heels. Mark Taylor back away with John Priest. So then, Steve Bishop really flying along. One of the quick young riders from Bristol. Fourth in the final last year. That opposition headed by John Underwood. Mark Taylor in third, a challenge for Mark Taylor coming through, and Mark Taylor drops back to 4th place, but will he reclaim it again as Colin Earl tries to make his way forward? Steve Bishop in front. John Underwood, Colin Earl, Mark Taylor. Different start and powering down the back straight. Still John Underwood just ahead of him, and the leader quite a handsome lead in fact for number 34, Steve Bishop, and that's the way it stays to the flag. John Underwood in second, Colin Earl in third, Richard Emson in fourth, Mark Taylor fifth. Race 4 on your programme. In first place, number 34, Steve Bishop. In second place, number 77, John Underwood. In third place, number 14, Colin Earl. In fourth place, number 141, Richard Emson. In fifth place, number 170, Mark Taylor. In sixth place, number 5, John Priest. And in seventh place, number 305, Mark Collins. And the winner's time was 1 minute 21.37. 1 minute 21.37. Let's quickly run through those numbers again. They read 34, 77, 14, 141. 1705 and 305, and over the page we go to the sidecars. Well, looking at the results of the first leg, we've seen wins from Dean Gott, Paul Hurry, Tony Atkin and Steve Bishop. Second place is Nevill Tatum, Gary Lobb, WOODALL and John Owen. Right, looking at race 5. Thomas in fact run as 74 and A.DIBBEN+, 79. A.DIBBEN on top to go out next. So then we have BLEWITT+, Gary Lobb, Dave the Big Space, Ivor Matthews, Peter Jones, Dave Steer and Andrew Orchard, Dr. Thomas, Will Jones, and A.DIBBEN+. That's on both the crews. This is race 5. Starts out in front as they pass out Dave Steer gating superbly. And Dave Steer it is hanging on in there and really going well. Certainly had that first bend very well weighed up. Ivor Matthews on the speedway in third place is Mike Cave, and going through, Ivor Matthews looking to try and make up ground, working for that third spot. He hasn't got there yet. He's going to have a struggle to get there, but out in front then. Number 17 it is, Dave Steer and Andrew Orchard with the advantage. Then Cave, then Ivor Matthews. Well, we have to say that almost the length of, well, let's say half the length of the finish straight, then the advantage for outfit number 17, Dave Steer and still Ivor Matthews, who's in that very close fourth position. So Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones, a lot of work to do on this last lap. Look to me there. And in third place is going to be Ivor Matthews, in fact, could not make up that ground. So Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones finish in fourth place. In first place, number 17, David Steer and Andrew Orchard. In second place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Will Jones. In third place, number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. In fourth place, number 15, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. In fifth place, number 3, Alan Blewett and Barry Metcalfe. And in sixth place, number 79, Arthur Dibben and Bob Frost. And the winner's time was 1 minute 38.23. 1 minute 38.23. Say earlier on that Craig's wife Lisa is expecting taken into hospital, so obviously Craig don't want to do anything on his license at the moment. So then race 6 is coming to the line, and the drivers now are Mark Edwards with the chair, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, P.GOODWIN, Carl Batman, Colin Winston. Gating well, Mark Edwards goes with him. It's Mark Edwards on the outside with a slender advantage. Can he onto it as they go around the bend? It does indeed. So it's Mark Edwards and Nick Walters with the advantage as they go down the back straight. Well, Rob Wilson. They're sitting in that second spot at the moment. Out in front then, it's the young pretenders, it's Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. Oh, Mark looked really good down with Walters. P.GOODWIN comes through, Rob Winterburn's right there with him. There's P.GOODWIN on the outside, Rob Winterburn on the inside. P.GOODWIN with the advantage at the moment as they go down the back street. So it's P.GOODWIN and Carl Bunch in that third spot. I think that one will be the final all the way. In third place, P.GOODWIN and Carl Bunch. That is the Winterburns in fourth place. Everybody is spaced out just a little bit now as they go around the last lap. Barring problems here. It is number 8, Mark Edwards, Nick Walters. Third place, P.GOODWIN and Carl Bunch. And in fourth place, Rod Winterburn and Chris Winterburn. In first place, outfit number 8, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. In second place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In third place, number 111, Peter Goodwin and Carl Bunch. And in fourth place, number 148. And I've just been reminded that in fact it's Lorraine Cheatham, not whatever it was I said just now, so let's wish her well anyway. So then, the numbers for race 6, 8, 24, 111, 148 and 1:37.06 the time.
Yeah, well, he had no choice, did he? I mean, he had to go in the infield or the line. Well, no, he
the inside, it's the Bradleys. It's Rob Bradley with the advantage at the moment as they go round the bend for the first time. Pierce rather making a good start, getting up to the second spot, but being overtaken on the exit for the bend. And John Halsey moves up into second place. Mark Pierce then in third. They go past us. Outfit number 10 then, Mark Pierce and Duncan Patton made a good start there. Let's knock back a little from that tremendous start that they made. And if you look at this, John Halsey and the old pairing back together again. They weren't together last weekend. But KINCHIN back in the chair. And Roy Spreadbury in that driving in that third spot. So then up ahead, look at John Halsey closing up, and John Halsey's going to try the long way around the run. John Halsey and Jason Glennie as they go down the backside. Are they going to make it? Because the Bradleys still have the advantage. Rob Bradley and Jeff Bradley, it is out in front. John Halsey and Jason Glennie still in that second spot, but very, very close in that second spot. Let's see if we're going to see a change up there. This is the John Halsey, first place, outfit number 87, Rob and Jeff Bradley. In second place, outfit number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In third place, outfit number 43, Roy Spreadbury and Steve Kensington. In fourth place, outfit number 10, the addition to your program, Mark Pierce and Duncan Patton. In fifth place, number 80, Mike Keep and Ken Holyfield. And the winner's time, 1 minute 41.88. 1 minute 41.88. The numbers then, 87, 13, 43, 10, and 80. With Roger Measor out, hobbling around, but well on the men, thank goodness, but not competing this year. Russel Ing, having retired. Well, the crew form thus far are down Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. And they maintain their early speed. Further north of last weekend, and Gary Wright with the advantage as they go into the first bend. John Hiscock in there in that third spot. Glenn and Ray Foreman in trouble. John Hiscock and Tony Bemister in that third spot. Behind Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams in second. The leaders, Gary and Steve Wright. Well then, remember last year they got to the A final, Gary and Steve Wright. And in fourth place, Robbie Wilson. The younger crews, it's true, but they've rapidly made them on. No changes at all, pretty much from lap one. So the checkered flag. John Hiscock and Tony Bemister in third. In first place, number 101, Steve and Gary Wright. In second place, number 23, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. In third place, number 184, John Hiscock and Tony Bemister. And in fourth place, number 25, Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. And the winner's time was 1 minute and 38 seconds. 1 minute and 38. The numbers 101, 23, 184 and 25. So then we move back to the solos with their second leg. And in race 9 we have Chris Tritton. We hope to see Sean Casey, who took that tumble in his first outing. John Priest, Mark Tessel, Tony Atkin, Steve Bishop, Nevill Tatum and Jason here, and they are away. Nevill Tatum gating well, but sitting in that second slot at the moment as they go into the first bend. I think that's Steve Bishop with the advantage, and Tony Atkin right there with it. Tony Atkin in fact out in front. Nevill Tatum in second, Steve Bishop in third. Come round the outside of him, it's a long way round, he doesn't quite make it to the leader then. Tony Atkin out in front, the Bradford Speedway man with the advantage at the moment, the former British 350 Grasstrack champion. Nevill Tatum still in the second place, still Steve Bishop. So then, look at that battle on the far side there. Who's going to have that second spot? Nevill Tatum back in the second place again. Is he going to be able to hang on to it? They come round the bend towards us once again. Tony Atkin with 1 lap to go. Steve Bishop moves through in the second. Doesn't look like it. It's getting right. So then, out in front, Tony Atkin now well in control of this race. Steve Bishop in second place. Nevill Tatum in third. And in fourth place, Chris Tritton. And that's the way they finished. And a little way back then to Jason here. In first place, number 10, Tony Atkin. In second place, number 34, Steve Bishop. In third place, number 150, Nevill Tatum. In fourth place, number 3, Chris Tritton. And in fifth place, number 112, Jason NEWITT. And the winner's time was 1 minute 19.62. 1 minute 19.62. Those numbers read from the top: 10, 34, 150, 3, and 112. David Wright and Paul Fry. One additional competitor, number 36, Michael Topless, although he did have a tumble earlier on, so it remains to be seen whether he comes out in this one. Assuming he does, he'll be joined by John Jefferies, John Underwood, Phil Ashcroft, Glen Cunningham, and Richard EMSON. And Glen Cunningham's got points to make up. Remember, he retired in his first outing. They break, they head down the starting straight, and then Cunningham on the inside trying to make up ground, and he does. He goes, it looks like John Underwood tucked in behind him in that second spot, so Glen Cunningham out in front. John Underwood in second place, and 1-4-1, Richard EMSON. See what the problem was when he stopped in his first outing, but seems to be back on song now, so that's good news for all the fans of Glen Cunningham. And certainly he looks in good shape. Glen Cunningham then leading. John Underwood went back to second place. Richard EMSON. Looks like John Jefferies tucked in behind. So Glen Cunningham then, who I mentioned several times, rides the Speedway with Swindon. With the team men. Had that nasty injury last year, but John back on song. A nice little wheelie and victory for Glen Cunningham. John Underwood gets that second place. Richard EMSON. Phil Ashcroft in fourth. Up then, John Jefferies. In first place, number 98, Glen Cunningham. In second place, number 77, John Underwood. In third place, number 141, Richard EMSON. In fourth place, number 83, Phil Ashcroft. And in fifth place, number 41, John Jefferies. And the winner's time was 1 minute 17.08. 1 minute 17.08. Those numbers again then for race 10. 98, 77, 141, 83 and 41. Well, interestingly, Glen Cunningham's time for race 10 was the fastest time for the solos this afternoon. Some 2 seconds faster than Paul Hurry when he won race 2. Race 11 coming up, Anthony BOUGARD, the man who does all that travelling from Guernsey. Gary Lobb, Dean Garton, Simon Gittings, Andy Parker, Mark Collins, Vince Kinchin, and number 89, Stuart Woodall, is the addition to race 11. So then, race 11 we look to see on the line in a moment or two. 4-9 for the box ball. 4-9, you're in the next seat. Here we go then, race 11 gets underway. Gary Lobb a long way back, seems to have missed the gate a little bit this time, working his way through, goes past Dean Garton, his fellow Cornishman, but out in front as we come towards us, Vince Kinchin is in the lead, Andy Parker in centre, Simon Gittings in Roger Lobb, that's the brother, Gary Lobb, comes through. Seems like the family relationship correct. Dean Garton and Gary Lobb having an inter-cornwall battle here as far as I can see. It's taking them just ahead of Simon Gittings. Meanwhile, it's Vince Kinchin out in front, Andy Parker. Super corner there, straight past Andy Parker into second place. Andy Parker now third, Dean Garton in fourth, Simon Gittings in fifth. The leader out in front, 8.44, Vince Kinchin. Andy Parker from down in Wiltshire in fourth. I think I've moved him from Wiltshire to Somerset, but never mind. Dean Garton then in that third spot. Gary Lobb in second. The winner, number 844. And in first place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. In second place, number 7, Gary Lobb. In third place, number 16, Dean Garton. In fourth place, number 230, Andy Parker. In fifth place, number 179, Simon Gittings. In sixth place, number 89, Stuart Woodall. In seventh place, number 2, Anthony BOUGARD. In eighth place, number 305, Mark Collins. And the winner's time was 1 minute 22.5. 1 minute 22.5, let's have those numbers again. 844, 7, 16, 230, 179, 89, 2, and 305. One more race to complete the solo, second leg. This we expect to see Colin Earl, Start, Hurry, Mark Taylor, Collins, David Perry, no Chris Clark. And already it's Paul Hurry out in front. The battle is really on for that second spot, isn't it? Mark Taylor is close to it, and Corporate right there with third place, the leader now, Paul Hurry, falling ahead of his battle from the second, third and fourth places. Colin Earl in that second spot. Tight line there, lost a little bit on the approach to the bad and couldn't make up the ground he was going to. There's three of them side by side. You can go from sixth to third here very quickly. Meanwhile, then it's all over down in front. Colin Earl in second. Cordery now back to sixth spot. Now he takes one left of the blazing stand. Victory then, once again, for Paul Hurry. Colin Earl good to see him on song in that second place. Third place, Jim Collins. Fourth place to David Perry. Fifth place to Mark Taylor. And sixth place, James Corcoran. The results then of race 12. In first place, number 86, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 14, Colin Earl. In third place, number 205, Jim Collins. In fourth place, number 419, David Perry. In fifth place, number 170, Mark Taylor. And in sixth place, number 169, James Corcoran. And the winner's time, 1 minute 17.88. 1 minute 17.88. Those numbers again, 86, 14, 205, 419, 170, and 169. Well, I would think that Lewis and Barry Metcalfe would be keen to make a little ground by their very high standards. They have to make themselves able to probably not see that as a good run. Well, they were in a good competition. I'm sure they'll be keen to try and do something like that this time. But each race in this program is a very, very hard one. Gary Jackson, Kevin Williams, the man of Kent, which high Holland. Qualify will help next week. And in front there it's Rod and Colin Winterburn. They really got away from the start line superbly. Gary Jackson in that second place at the moment, so it's Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams leading the challenge. John Hiscock and Teddy Bennett third. Well, it looks like he has a slender advantage, but he has the outside line, he's still there. So then, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams leading this one. The Winterburns feeling the attentions of John Hiscock and Teddy Bennett in that second spot battle. John Hiscock has moved to second. Third. And Alan Blewett in fourth as they went past. Alan Blewett closing up on the third place man, John Hiscock, with Tony Bender's signature. But the battle's on for second again. John Hiscock this time on the outside. John Hiscock and Tony Bender. Alan Blewett making up a little bit of ground. Alan Blewett moves into third place. The Winterburns drop back to fourth place. Now then, Alan Blewett and Barry Metcalfe, can they do anything about John Hiscock and Teddy Bennett just in front of them? Well, he's going to try. He's going round the outside as the lead is coming forward. Alan Blewett and Barry Metcalfe just, I think, got there. Well, close race that, but Alan Blewett, Barry Metcalfe looked to me as though by a slender margin they may well have taken that second place. First place, number 23, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. In second place, number 3, Alan Blewett and Barry Metcalfe. In third place, number 184, John Hiscock and Tony Bemister. In fourth place, number 43, Roy SPREADBURY and Steve KINCHIN. And in fifth place, number 148, Ron Winterburn and Chris Winterburn. The winner's time, 1 minute 37.75. 1 minute 37.75. The numbers read 23, 3, 184, 43 and 148. Race 14 coming up. Number 24 it was Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. We have a flag, a red flag? Yes, we have a red flag. All the other classes were Kent riding. The Union flag was fine. That reads Gary Reynolds. And once again, take the number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, who make the best of the start. And Stephen Gary Ryan right at the back, made the worst of it. start that could possibly have made. Really down left there. So then, out in front, Atkin number 24, Ron Wilson and Tony Miles. Look at the certainly Rob and Jeff Bradley were going well up the shorty last week, and clearly they're a team on form, but right out in front at the moment then is Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. Just overtaken by P.GOODWIN and Carl Bunch, and in fact they hang on to that second place. So P.GOODWIN and Carl Bunch, that is, P.GOODWIN and Carl Bunch. Into second place, go after the flying leaders. The flying leaders are Ron Wilson and Tony Miles. Bradley's in third, and fourth place they passed us in Duncan Tolhurst and Will Jones. Well, given their limited experience, Duncan Tolhurst as a driver is certainly doing a superb job here this afternoon. So then, it's still Ron Wilson. In first place, outfit number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In second place, number 111, P.GOODWIN and Carl Bunch. In third place, number 87, Rob and Jeff Bradley. In fourth place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Will Jones. In fifth place, number 101, Steve and Gary Wright. And in sixth place, number 79, A.DIBBEN+B and Bob Frost. The winner's time was 1 minute 34.89. 1 minute 34.89. Those numbers again read 24, 111, 87, 74, 101 and 79. Runners in race 15, drivers that is Mark Edwards, John Holsey, Gary Steer, Rob Wilson Jr. and number 10, Mark Pierce. Lastly, number 2, Steve Smith and Keith Wall, non-starters. Dave Steer on his heels as they go into the first bend. So Mark Edwards there with Nick Walters in the chair. Dave Steer and Andrew Orchard in that second spot as we look across to the far side. Well, we saw quicker and quicker. Dave Steer and Andrew Orchard keeping the pressure on them all the time. To our right, familiar sight now, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. Robbie Wilson and Colin Hall in that fourth spot. And as we look across to the far side now, surely no one can close up on Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. They really do. Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. In first place, number 8, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. In second place, number 17, David Steer and Andrew Orchard. In third place, number 13, John Halsey, Jason Glennie. In fourth place, number 25, Rob Wilson and Colin Hill. In fifth place, number 10, Mark Pierce and Duncan Patton. No other finishes, and the winner's time was 1 minute 37.39. 1 minute 37.39. The numbers then 8, 17, 13, 25 and 10. Race 16 in the second leg for the sidecars. 2 non-starters. That's number 1, Craig Cheaton, and number 52, Gary Lobb. Into the first bend, but it isn't going to be Ivor Matthews with the advantage, or is it? It is indeed. Ivor pulls away. So then Ivor Matthews with Peter Jones in the chair on that. And in 4th place is Mike Keith and Ken Holyfield. Well, looking at that first bend back in the might see another warning on paint cutting, but we'll wait and see about that one. Meanwhile then, out in front, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. Come on, Casey! In that second spot, he's not getting away. They're hanging on him grimly there and going after him. Almost light-heartedly, I said to Ivor Matthews in the winter, it'd be nice to have a number on the inside of the bike, so that the mixed stage, chasing the leader. And that leader, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones, the winner of the Masters in 1993, the runners-up last year, and the challenge is on. Look at this, it's on the bend. Ivor Matthews on a perfect and double for they're going to get there in second place. And in 4th place, Mike Keith and Ken Holyfield. Race 16. In 1st place, out for number 15, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. In 2nd place, number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. In 3rd place, number 149, Leonard Ray Foreman. In 4th place, number 80, Mike Keep and Ken Holyfield. And the winner's time was 1 minute 41.04. 1 minute 41.04, and the numbers then for race 16, 15, 5, 149 and 80. Over the page we go to the 3rd leg for the solos. And here we have, as I mentioned earlier, Tony Atkin and Paul Hurry, both unbeaten, 2 wins. Steve Bishop on 18, the leaders are on 20 points instead, and Steve Bishop is on 18. John Underwood, Gary Lobb, Dean Gott on 16. Kinchin on 50, Nevill Tatum, Colorado on 40. Well, that unbeaten record, short of a dead heat, should go in race 18 because Tony Atkin and Paul Hurry are both in that one. So that's the race immediately following this one. Here we go then, the break on the far side. Nevill Tatum it is who's got the advantage at the moment. Looks like Steve Bishop in 2nd place. Now then, let's see. This was the pattern before. And Nevill was making some great starts. Then seemed to fade just. Parker in 3rd. Then Cosway it is in 5th place. So So then, Nevill Tatum with the advantage. Steve Bishop in second. Andy BOUGARD in third. This time it's Nevill Tatum out in front. Now then, as I said, he's delayed a little bit in his previous two outings, but he's going superbly here. Looks over his shoulder, knows he has a length for two's advantage over the second place man, Steve Bishop. Still Andy BOUGARD, still Andy Parker. Nevill Tatum looking as though he has this one under control, but with Steve Bishop on your tail, and you'll never be sure. So then, Nevill Tatum. Checker flag this time. Victory then for Nevill Tatum. Steve Bishop in a close second place. Third place Andy BOUGARD. Fourth place Andy Parker. And behind him in fifth place, Fifth place, number 150, Nevill Tatum. In second place, number 34, Steve Bishop. In third place, number 2, Anthony BOUGARD. Fourth place, number 230, Andy Parker. And in fifth place, number 169, James Cawthorne. And the winner's time, 1 minute 20.89. 1 minute 20.89. Let's repeat those numbers: 150, 34, 2, 230, and 169. Race 18 coming up. And as I mentioned before, Tony Atkin and Paul Hurry going this one. Both of them unbeaten thus far this afternoon. They go with Mark Chessel, Bill ASHCROFT, Richard EMSON, Jason NEWITT, Jim Collins, and Vince KINCHIN. Making a good start. Tony Atkin goes with him, and Tony Atkin takes the lead as they go to the first bend. It looks like Phil ASHCROFT in third place as they come round towards us for the first time. Tony Atkin it is. Paul Hurry looking to come up the inside, and he does, and it's Paul Hurry there with Tony Atkin right there with him. Big call line for the rerun of race 18. We're underway. Atkin making a good start. Paul Hurry right there with him, and it's the same situation. Atkin on the outside, Paul Hurry on the inside, and is the Arena Essex man going to get there? Not quite, the side by side, and we've got a fallen rider now. Outside, Paul Hurry on the inside, and is the Arena Essex man going to get there? Not quite, the side by side, and we've got a fallen rider now. We may see another red flag. We have got another red flag. And now, non-starters for the rest of the day. Well, the pattern was the same for the first two outings for this particular race. It was Tony Atkin and Paul Hurry right out of the front of things, and side-by-side action between the pair of them. Goes up their way now then. Tony Atkin usually makes a good start. Paul Hurry goes with him, and then we guess who's going to come out first from the first bend. So Tony Atkin in front, going a little wide. Paul Hurry on the inside, the tighter line. Does that give him the advantage? It does. It's Paul Hurry in front. Tony Atkin in second place. Got the front. More or less from the first bend. No, it was the second bend if you want to look at it like that. Tony Atkin in that second spot, and I've let it up on the leader, but it's Paul Hurry out in front. Tony Atkin in second place. Let's keep it going on. Well, Paul Hurry is clearly in excellent form at the moment, and just have to look at the way he's pulling away from Tony Atkin, and as they go into the last lap. Tony Atkin on the near track, also going very well indeed. Checker flag then is ready, the checker flag goes out, victory for Paul Hurry. Tony Atkin takes out second place. That's KINCHIN in third. Phil Ashcroft in fourth, Richard EMSON in fifth, and in sixth place is NEWITT. First place, number 86, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 10, Tony Atkin. In third place, number 844, Vince KINCHIN. In fourth place, number 83, Phil Ashcroft. In fifth place, number 141, Richard EMSON. And in sixth place, number 112, Jason NEWITT. And the winning time was 1 minute 18.34. 1 minute 18.34. Those numbers read 86, 10, 844, 83, 141, and 112. So then, 118.34 for Hurry. It's going to be a time race tonight. Here we go then. Gittings is making a good start, and everybody bunching up on him as they go into the first bend. Simon Gittings made a very good start there. Looking to come from the inside. Glen Cunningham right there with him in second place. Move ahead of Simon Gittings in that second place. Battle on him for that second place because Stuart Woodall wants it as well. So it's Simon Gittings on the outside, Stuart Woodall on the inside, but the leader out in front. Colin Earl, it's a length or two's advantage now over Simon Gittings and Stuart Woodall. Across to the far side. Simon Gittings lost it on the exit from the bend, takes it again on the approach to this one. He'll now go a little bit wide, or would it be too wide to let the opposition through? We'll see. Meanwhile, Colin Earl then out in front, the Middlesbrough rider going well. Simon Gittings to that second spot. Grasstrack racing came up, of course, through the schoolboy scene. And went straight into Speedway. Meanwhile, here's a man with some Speedway experience. Colin Earl it is then who wins. Simon Gittings in second, Stuart Woodall in third, Chris Tritton in fourth, John Jefferies in fifth, and behind him, number 5, John Priest, and number 18, in first place, number 14, Colin Earl. In second place, number 179, Simon Gittings. In third place, number 89, Stuart Woodall. In fourth place, number 3, Chris Tritton. In fifth place, number 41, John Jefferies. In sixth place, number 5, John Priest. And in seventh place, number 18, Tony Stark. And the winner's time, 1 minute 21.98. 1 minute 21.98. Those numbers are 14, 179, 89, 3, 41, 5, and 18. Coming up, the last of the solo qualifying races, race 20 on your programme. Quite amazing really to look out at the centre at a major grass track and not see Alan Whale out there somewhere. But I'm sure we all wish him well for a very speedy recovery and look forward to seeing him in action again. So then, race 20 gets away. BOUGARD down the inside. Glen Cunningham easing to the front as they come around the second part of the bend towards us. So it's Glen Cunningham in front, BOUGARD in that second place, Gary Lobb in third, John Underwood in fourth, establishing himself out in front. Remember, he retired from his first qualifying race, so he's got to get as many points as possible to hope to make his way into the big final. Run the B final last year, remember. BOUGARD to the second. Hold on. Okay, all the way down. So then, Glen Cunningham lays it over. Beautiful sideways action from Glen Cunningham as they go into the last lap. Gary Lobb back for that second place, comes through to take it from BOUGARD. Still in behind him in fourth. So the leader then has this pretty much under control as he comes towards us. Victory then for Gary Cunningham. Glen Cunningham rather. Second place for Gary Lobb. Third place for King John. Fourth place for John Underwood. Then Mark Taylor. Then David Perry. And back just a little way to Mark Collins. The results then of race 20. In first place, number 98, Glen Cunningham. In second place, number 7, Gary Lobb. In third place, number 16, Dean Garton. In fourth place, number 77, John Underwood. In fifth place, number 170, Mark Taylor. In sixth place, number 419, David Perry. In seventh place, number 305, Mark Collins. And the winner's time, 1:17.5.